Hi, I'm Shelia Campbell, and the title of my speech was Managing Sideways and Up. In other words, how to manage when you're not the person in charge. Well, we forget that it's not just people who report to us that are responsible for, if we even have direct reports these days, because a lot of people don't. So we have to create an environment in which everybody who works with us, even if they're our peers, wants to work with us. We have to show that they have meaningful work and that we think their work is important. We have to appreciate their competence. We have to make sure that they know that we believe in them, because if people believe in you, you do your best work. If they don't believe in you, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So there's that competence, there's meaningfulness, there's the feeling of I have choice in the way I work. Somebody's not micromanaging me, that they actually respect me and want me to succeed, and they want me to do it my way, because we tend to, especially in marketing, we can get very nitpicky, and it's such a drag on motivation. So those are some of the things that are important to just create that environment. I think one of the most important takeaways from this is the idea that, and psychologists have demonstrated this, that one bad comment, well, as you know, one bad comment will really ruin your day, your week, your year, outweighs 5 good comments. And so all of us have to get in the habit of constantly appreciating each other and thanking each other and saying that somebody did a good job, because every now and then we do have to give people bad news. Got to constantly look for an opportunity to tell other people you are appreciated and you're doing a great job. That makes me want to come back to work. A lot of people think that motivation comes because I want to make more money. All the research says no. Motivation is, money is the thing that keeps you in your job because you're making good money, or it'll cause you to look for another job because you're not making enough money. But when you're in your job, more money is not what makes you do great work. What makes you do great work is you feel good about the place and you feel good about yourself. Well, there are 2 kinds in every organization. There's formal authority. That's the people who are at the top, or the person that you report to, people who have the title, who have the power, who appear on the org chart as higher than you. But then that's actually not the most important kind of authority, because our organizations are getting flatter and flatter. What's really important is earned authority, and that is people want to do what you say or want to listen to your suggestions because you have been right and because you have been helpful to them and because you seem to naturally lead them in a direction that makes a difference. When you have earned authority, people will follow you. You don't have to officially be the leader. You just get out there and say, I think this is a great direction to go in, and people are going to go. So we all have to learn not to wait to get the formal authority, which often comes longer away than we would like, but to take the earned authority now. Email reeks of unintended emotion. You think you're just sending an email saying, can you give me the status on that? The person who gets it reads it as, you haven't done that yet, have you? I don't know why it's like that, but email just comes across so negative. It always feels accusatory, no matter how nicely you frame it. So we do have to send email, and we do have to text, of course, but we should be careful when we're doing that not to send an email when we're angry or we're upset or frustrated, because it's just going to be even worse. And get up out of the chair if it's really important and go talk to the person face to face, because face to face, it's a lot harder for me to push back against you. But you send me an email I don't like, it's real easy to not do that. A good meeting, if you're making decisions, you're choosing new things, you're looking at options, if something is going to be different as a result of the meeting. So we were going in this direction, we had the meeting, now we've changed that direction, or we've agreed on a direction. A bad meeting is, and agencies are classic with this, a status meeting. It's a history meeting. We're just talking about where we are. There are many digital ways to do that without making people sit in a room. If you think about it, if you have 10 people sitting in a room for an hour, that is 10 hours of work. That's more than one whole workday. And if all you're doing is talking about what has already happened, is it really worth that? I don't think so. Other things about meetings are you got to start on time, even if you were the only person in the room. If people come late, don't back up, just keep on moving, and end on time. If you say it's going to be from 10 to 11, end at 11. And a really good way to make sure that your meetings are crisp and move ahead, don't have chairs. Have everybody standing around someplace, because eventually they're not just going to go off on these bunny trails. They're going to stay focused on what do we have to do because I want to sit down. So you've got to early on talk with your boss about several things. One of them is expectations. What do you expect from me? Specifically, what do you want? And so you know what your boss is looking for, because we make assumptions about what our bosses want. Sometimes we're wrong. You want to align what you're doing with your supervisor's goals. What are they trying to achieve? What's the big picture? How can I help contribute to that? Always come up with a solution, come up with a recommendation. Think about, bring the solution as well as the problem. And then don't get hurt if your solution isn't the one that's accepted. But at least you've thought about it, and it's very good for you, and it's good for the organization.